Burn it all down and collect the ashes. Build it back, respect your passion.
What's happening, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. If you're wondering why I asked for you to subscribe, it's so that whenever I release new videos, you can watch, you know what I mean? You can see whenever something new is coming out and all that, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say hit the bell so you can get notified if you want to, you know what I mean? But today I want to talk about the Central Park 5. I don't know if y'all seen the Netflix. They got a little documentary on the situation. If you don't know what the Central Park 5 is, this happened back in 1989. Back in the day, man. And 5 kids ended up getting picked up for a woman that got robbed and raped. And these 5 kids ended up spending I think 2 of them spent 6 years in prison. Another one spent like 13 years and all this and that. Bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Because back then, what happened was, so she got raped, and these kids were in Central Park, you know, around the scene when it happened. It was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's why I try to tell these kids, you know, you could be at the wrong place at the wrong time. You could be, you know, if you with someone and they do something, you guilty of it just as well. No matter if you know what I mean, if you riding in a car and you know your homie got a gun or whatever, you damn near just as guilty, you know, accessory to things, you know. And then if you know something, then you conspiracy to the shit. So best thing for you to do is stay to yourself or stay away from someone like that. But this ain't the case here, you know, that's something else. But these kids, you know, they was out going around, gonna go to a party, and they linked up with some friends, ended up Central Park. Something happened where a fight broke out, and people basically said they seen these kids around the park area. So this prosecutor lady pretty much was like, you know, go get all these kids. We're going to pick them all up one by one. And then they basically put into these kids' heads like, oh, well, this person said this person said that, he say, she say. And then basically, you know what I mean, fucking interrogating these kids and down there beating them up to get false confessions like, you did it, right? You did it. You know, making these kids, you know, oh, if you want to go home, just tell me. And these is kids, you know, they're 14, 15 years old. And, man, that shit is unfortunate that 6 of them, 5, well, it was like a whole bunch of them got picked up, but 5 of them ended up doing like time and stuff. So that's just, you know, a breakdown of what happened. And it's a lot deeper than that. If y'all want to go look into that, y'all can. And my thoughts is, man, that shit makes me sick to my stomach, because a lot of that shit happens. And 5 of these kids lost out on high school, college, you know, all this stuff where they could be somebody. And, you know, they got stripped of all that, robbed of all that, because, you know, these prosecutors, they just paint people from the hood as animals, you know what I mean? People were not, you know, we're not all the same. No matter how much they, you know, the same, it's like Pac said in the interview, the same crime element that the white people are scared of, we're scared of. You know what I mean? We fear the same crime element that they fear. You know, we live in the hood. It just happens that we live in the hood with all these, you know, drug dealers, killers, rapists, because the rapists ain't gonna go up to the, you know what I mean, to the foothills or the rich part of town. They sending the rapists right in our neighborhood, and then send us a note to the house saying, oh, you got a child molester in your neighborhood, you know. And that type of shit sucks, because we all get, you know, labeled. Just because I have tattoos, you know, people think, you know, oh, he been to prison, or, you know, you can't get a job because you got all these tattoos. But, you know, just seeing past the person. You know, just because you got tattoos, they think you're automatically, you know, a killer or something. Like, you know, there's been times where I've been in an elevator and a family will walk in and like grab their kid close just because my tattoos, I guess, or something like. But, you know, what I'm saying is I'm trying not to ramble, but it's fucked up that these kids got to strip from everything because this prosecutor, you know, is painting them as the animals and shit like that. Like, goddamn, like, are you serious? These are kids, and then, you know, these reporters are writing articles. How can you dissect a 14 and 15-year-old kid that hasn't even lived life yet? Y'all dissecting them as animals, and you know, they're this and they're that, and you know what I mean? You're a kid. You don't even know what you're doing. 14, 15, you barely finding yourself. You as a, you know, you're not even a man yet. You know, 14, 15, I was out there doing stupid shit. And I know I've been there, and it's just like, it's sad as fuck that they painted these kids as, you know, bad people. And on top of that, the fact that they went to prison with a rape charge. That is a rape, child molestation. Man, them is the two things you do not want to have going to prison. You know what I mean? Anything with kids and rape, oh man, they gonna get you. And the fact that these people were innocent, and the fact that they even said Donald Trump was buying ads in the newspaper and like trying to ask them to bring back the death penalty to try to kill these innocent people. And once their life is gone, you know, it ain't no coming back. So what if they would have brought that back, killed these kids? They tried them as adults. And man, that shit is just sickening. And they also put these kids' phone numbers, addresses in the papers and stuff. So people was calling they parents' house and stuff, and death threats. And so then later on down, the reason how they got found, how all this stuff came back, and you know, all of them got found not guilty, and to say too that they did DNA evidence, none of it matched. So DNA evidence, all this, and they still lost trial because people, you know, it sucks because there's people probably still to this day think they did it. That's how this world works. Motherfuckers could do something, get found not guilty, and they still think they did it. And it's what's fucked up is that them getting found guilty of this, you know what I'm saying, went to prison, had to risk these motherfucking inmates trying to kill them, you know what I mean, for something they didn't do. You know? And basically one of them was in jail with the person that actually did it. And the guy is talking to him because they knew each other from the area. They had like fought when they was younger. And he basically went to some people and was like, man, I feel bad that someone's in here for something I did. So then he came forward, and then they still was trying to say that they was guilty. He came forward with all of it. He went around, hit this lady in the head with a tree stump, raped her, you know what I mean, robbed her, told the whole story, and they basically like, no, they're all part of it. This is just someone that we've been looking for. You know, and he came forward, and luckily that they, you know, they should sue these motherfuckers for everything they have, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that time they can't get back because these people just, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, you could get found guilty, you could have evidence, and still, man, that goes to show you, man. Us from the hood, people from the hood, man, we gotta do whatever we can to, you know, get out the way and, you know, make everything happen because, man, they trying to hang us. Something you didn't do, man, they'll try to hang you, you know? That shit just, man, that shit made me sick to my stomach. I had to make this video and talk about it. If y'all seen it, man, let me know what y'all think about that. It just sucks that, you know, man, it's leaves me speechless because I think one of them did like 13 years. Gone. You mean, you know, 13 years from 14, you 27, everything's gone. You know what I mean? Like, life, life goes on, man. And that shit is just sad. Like, I hope these motherfuckers took something from it though, cause they quick to judge. People is quick to judge us, man. They quick to judge us, and it's just a sad situation that happened. And I'm glad the truth came forward, cause man, it's just sad, man. And this is the society that we live in, and this is what we gotta deal with, coming from the hood. And like I said, sad situation, but let me know if y'all saw it. It's on Netflix. It's called When They See Us. It's about that. Look it up, man. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man. I'm working on some merch soon. And if you got any questions for me, hit me up, man. Let me know. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.